back. Let's give you an update on what's happening with activist Varavara Rao, whose bail plea is in court now. Remember, a plea had been moved by his wife asking him to move to a hospital, and the court is to hear that case now. Technical problems with the online hearing could hear the matter in physical court tomorrow is what is the latest. Saurabh Gupta joining us for details. Saurabh, take us through the details, please.
Well, Indira Jaising, senior advocate, has been arguing for Varavara Rao. This is, of course, his wife's plea to move him to the Nanavati hospital. The interim relief that they've sought from the court is that he should be moved to a hospital immediately. The permanent relief that they've sought, or the larger relief that they've sought, is that he should be released on bail. And why have they made that argument? Well, Indira Jaising, in her arguments, has said that this is a man who's bedridden. He carries a urine bag. He cannot move around. Will he flee from justice? But beyond that, what also many have also attributed or sort of seen alongside this case is, of course, going back to the Supreme Court hearing of TV anchor Arnab Goswami's case, where the Supreme Court granted him interim relief on the same day and also exhorted high courts to exercise their jurisdiction to uphold the idea of personal liberty. Now, it is in that context that many say that why shouldn't the same standards be applied to these prisoners, whom they say are political prisoners because they have been taking on the current political dispensation at the center, and that they are ideologically, not aligned to the center, or the current political dispensation at the center. Now, beyond that, there is also another thing that's also been, talked about, and that is the fact that, whether this principle of bail is the rule and, bail is the rule and jail is the exception is being followed in all cases with parity or not. So given these broad arguments, many have argued that it is a fit case for bail, and if not a fit case for bail, it should at least be given interim relief, which is move Varavara Rao to hospital. He's over 80 years old. Now, this afternoon, the court was to hear these arguments post the report that was supposed to come in from the medical team, but Indira Jaising did raise questions over the report, said that it is an eyewash and these are delay tactics, and that it wasn't put on record till November 17th. Ultimately, there were technical problems during the hearing and the bench could not hear Indira Jaising properly, which is why the court will assemble tomorrow at 11 a.m. This is going to be a physical hearing, which means that, like in a normal hearing in the pre-COVID era, that there will be lawyers in court who will argue the case sitting face to face with the bench.
Right. Is this going to be the first such case then, Saurabh?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure about that. There have been cases where physical hearings have taken place, at least in the Supreme Court, I'm told. But, most cases have been heard over video conferencing in the COVID period. But, that's something that I'm not privy to at this point. But yes, it is one of those rare cases that is now being heard in physical court.